As of August 2025, the FAXX program continues to represent one of the most strategically significant modernization efforts underway in U.S. naval aviation. It is not merely a replacement for an aging platform, but a deliberate move toward redefining the capabilities and operational structure of the carrier air wing for the next several decades. The program remains under the broader umbrella of the Navy's Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) initiative, but it is distinct in its focus on a carrier-launched, manned platform that can operate effectively within a highly contested, long-range threat environment. The legacy F/A-18E/F Super Hornet fleet, while still widely deployed, is facing both structural aging and limitations in its ability to evolve with emerging threats. While upgrades and service life extension programs are being applied to many airframes, they offer only incremental improvements. These upgrades cannot fundamentally address the limits of range, survivability, and electronic warfare resilience that are becoming increasingly important in future conflict scenarios. The Navy has stated repeatedly that a more advanced solution is required to operate in the 2030s and 2040s, especially in scenarios where distributed maritime operations and long-range strike will define tactical success. The FAXX is being developed with these future requirements in mind. Its expected capabilities reflect a shift toward higher survivability through advanced shaping, sensor fusion, and electronic countermeasures. It will likely prioritize long endurance and range to allow for deeper strike capabilities, well beyond the reach of current carrier-based assets. The concept also includes an open systems architecture, allowing for rapid integration of new mission systems, sensors, and software-based capabilities over time. An essential part of the FAXX vision is its ability to operate in a hybrid combat ecosystem. This includes manned-unmanned teaming with carrier-launched uncrewed platforms. These drones may handle missions like surveillance, electronic warfare, or even strike operations, allowing the manned FAXX to focus on complex mission command, engagement decisions, and survivability in dynamic threat environments. This concept plays a key role in allowing a smaller number of highly capable aircraft to exert greater influence across a wider battlespace. From a programmatic standpoint, the FAXX remains in the development and risk reduction phase. The Navy is working through a tightly controlled acquisition process, with significant attention being paid to requirement stability, cost control, and industrial base alignment. Boeing and Northrop Grumman were selected as the two final competitors, and ongoing prototype activities are proceeding within secure and classified environments. Although details about specific design features remain restricted, the down selection from previous competitors, including the exclusion of Lockheed Martin, reflects the Navy's intent to consolidate development and reduce complexity ahead of the eventual engineering and manufacturing development (EMD) phase. Despite the technical momentum, the program's near-term trajectory is being shaped heavily by funding decisions. The fiscal year 2025 defense budget included approximately $454 million to support concept refinement and early-stage development. However, the budget request for fiscal year 2026 saw a significant reduction to $74 million. The Navy followed this request with a separate $1.4 billion unfunded priorities list submission to Congress, stressing that a lack of adequate funding would directly impact its ability to proceed with contract awards. Without that support, the program could face a multi-year delay, which would trigger acquisition rules requiring the competition to restart. This potential delay presents both operational and industrial challenges. On the operational side, a delay could leave a gap in carrier-based strike and air dominance capabilities as Super Hornets age out and become increasingly difficult to modernize. On the industrial side, uncertainty in funding complicates workforce stability, technology maturation, and supplier alignment. Advanced aircraft development requires sustained engineering momentum, and disruption at this stage could lead to higher long-term costs and lost technical progress. The Navy continues to express confidence in the importance of the program, describing it as a foundational component of future force structure planning. Its anticipated fielding timeline is still projected for the early 2030s, aligning with the expected decline in availability and effectiveness of the existing Super Hornet fleet. It is also positioned to work alongside other next-generation capabilities, including aerial refueling drones and long-range strike systems, in a fully integrated naval combat network. Internally, the Navy is also pursuing various risk mitigation efforts, such as refining digital engineering tools, enhancing software development pipelines, and pre-positioning manufacturing capacity. These efforts are intended to reduce the likelihood of late-stage program delays, which have historically impacted large-scale defense aviation programs. Lessons from previous aircraft development cycles are being applied in an attempt to improve program execution, reduce concurrency risks, and better align operational requirements with achievable technical solutions. The success of the FAXX is not just a matter of developing a better aircraft, it is a test of whether a next-generation tactical aviation platform can be delivered on time, within cost parameters, and aligned with a shifting global threat environment. It must integrate into a naval aviation ecosystem that is growing more complex, with greater reliance on networked sensors, autonomous systems, and non-traditional modes of warfare. Its design must reflect not just performance requirements but adaptability, an aircraft that can remain relevant over multiple decades in an unpredictable and rapidly evolving defense environment. While the program faces challenges, especially around funding, timelines, and coordination with broader Department of Defense priorities, it has not been cancelled or abandoned. It remains active and under development, with a clear path forward if sufficient political and financial support continues. Its future will be shaped over the next 12 to 18 months by budget decisions, congressional negotiations, and technical milestones that will determine whether the Navy can maintain momentum and deliver a sixth-generation fighter in time to meet its strategic needs.